Alright. So, I'm doing a quick response video for Atheism is Unstoppable. God, that is hard to pronounce. He was asking people to give him feedback about the gun issue. So let's begin. Which is more ideal? A country where almost everyone has a gun, or a country where almost no one has a gun? I would have to say a country where almost everyone has a gun. Simply being because I grew up in a country where almost everyone had a gun, and now I live in another country where almost everyone has a gun. Potentially. Not almost everyone actually have a gun. Do you think that automatic weapons should be banned? I would say no. Do you think semi-automatic weapons should be banned? Well, semi-automatic weapons is any weapon that shoots one round. So no. Would you be against banning all assault rifles? I would say no. In terms of self-defense, would you be willing to only use handguns and shotguns? Do you think that those types of guns would be effective in protecting yourself and your home? If those were the only ones available, yes. Do you think owning a gun is required in case it becomes necessary to fight against the government? Yes, I believe that is why the Second Amendment has been instituted. Do you recognize that you can kill more people with a gun than you can with a knife? I'm not sure. I'm gonna say yes, because guns do carry more bullets. But I think in light of recent terrorist attacks, where knives were used and a lot of people died, I think that's not a complete way to answer this question. Have you ever lived outside of the United States? Yes, I'm not American. Are you in favor of bazookas being banned? Well, yes. Duh. Those are high-grade explosives, and the same for grenades. Would you be against setting a minimum age of 25 to own a gun? I think that's reasonable. I grew up in a country where from age 18, you were required to carry a weapon as part of your military service. Whether or not that's something that you can say about America, I would say that 25 is a reasonable age, yes. Do you think guns make it easier for people to kill themselves? No, I don't think so. I think that they would find another way, and it wouldn't even lower the number of suicides significantly. So, no. Would you be willing to trade in your guns if we had a truly effective non-lethal stun gun? We do have those. We have tasers on the market that you can get. They are effective. You can get a variety of different stun guns. But no, absolutely not. Is less criminals with guns a good thing, even though we will never stop it entirely? I think it will only lead to good people not being able to defend themselves from armed criminals, because they will get them either way. Should Americans be ashamed of how many gun deaths we have a year compared to other Western nations? Other Western nations are not America. I don't think America should be ashamed of anything that it does. We don't ask Germany if they're ashamed of their migrant crisis. Do we? If next to nobody had guns in your country, would you cease to feel the need to own a gun yourself? Or would you want to keep your guns to deal with other potential threats? I would want it for future threats, absolutely. Just because next to nobody will have guns doesn't mean that some people won't have guns and that some people won't be bad actors. I would want it for future threats. Owning a gun greatly increases your chance of dying by a gun. Does this fact trouble you? How is that a fact? Where is that information coming from? I have 5 guns in this house, including a shotgun. I'm still alive. I don't accept that as a fact. If you can show me statistics, maybe I'll listen to that, but I still don't accept that. Oh, jeez. Wrinkled, hairless albino mole rat. Do you think the argument that terrorists sometimes drive trucks into people, killing them, and we don't ban trucks, so therefore we shouldn't restrict guns, is a good argument? No, it's a terrible argument. It's a terrible, terrible argument. Did you vote for Trump, or if you were an American, would you have voted for Trump? Probably not. I am a conservative in my views. I'm not American. I couldn't vote in the last election, but I did support Ted Cruz if I could have voted for him, I would have. Are you in favor of banning bump stocks? Well, I don't know much about bump stocks, but if what they're describing is that what they're doing is decreasing the recoil, I think it doesn't really make a difference. If you train yourself on a gun long enough, you don't even need a bump stock. You can just work your trigger and shoot it in almost automatic fashion. So no, I'm not in favor of banning bump stocks. Are you a member of a well-regulated militia? No, I am not. What else do you have to say to me? Other. Hi, Devon. Hope you get to see my video response, and I would love to stream with you about this issue in the future. The finer print. Submit. All right. So hopefully Devon gets to see this video, and if he does, maybe he would want to respond, or maybe we can stream together. Who knows? We'll see. I'm the finer print. Peace.